Hey, this is Rick from the Film Reaper, and this is my first ever YouTube video. Um, this channel is going to be about horror movies, mostly, and a tad bit of pop culture. And today we are going to, I'm going to recommend some hidden gem horror movies from a few different streaming services. So I guess away we go. And first is Stitches. Stitches is about a guy who dresses as a clown, goes to kids' parties, and yeah, he went to one. Kids got out of hand, and he ended up getting killed. And then he went, they buried him, but there was like a clown clan kind of thing, cult, I should say. And yeah, he comes back and he tries to get revenge. I mean, years later, the kids are in high school by then, and he's trying to get his revenge on the kids that killed him. So very good. And this is on. This one is an Amazon Prime movie. So let's move to the second one. All right, here we go. Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. It's with three kids that are Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, and they go to. They have a camping trip, and they go, and two of them don't really want to be Scouts anymore, so they, are like, and one is really into being a Cub Scout, and he's supposed to get some kind of award, and the other two wanted to try sneak out and go to a party that they know of. So they sneak out, and by the time they sneak out, a zombie apocalypse happened. A virus got out of a lab, and yeah, and they end up hooking up, not hooking up, but meeting a girl works at a strip club, and she's with them kicking ass, and she's like 8 feet tall or something crazy. But anyways, yeah, so they fight zombies, and that's that. All right, let's move on. That is also on Amazon Prime. Now, next, Cannibal and Carpet Fitters. This is about carpet fitting business. This is a comedy horror, and they end up going out. I think they find the wrong house, and they, knock. Nobody's home, so they try to go in. They go in, and they start putting carpet down. And then family comes home, which are cannibals, and so they try to kill and eat them, and they have to fight their way out of the house with only carpet fitting tools. So it's pretty funny. It is funny, and it is British. I believe it's a British movie, and that's on Amazon Prime. Here we go. Now we have Hellfest. Hellfest is some kids go to an amusement park, and yeah, they're getting hunted down by some guy in a mask is stalking them, trying to get them, and you know he's ended up killing people all the way, just to get to them, and they think it's the girl's ex-boyfriend. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? But yeah, that's pretty good, and that's on Netflix. And we'll move on to the next one, The Green Inferno. That is a older movie, but it's by Eli Roth. And it's about a bunch of people that want to go to the Amazon and help, save the Amazon forest. And they end up getting caught by this cannibal tribe that lock them up, and they, trying to do all kinds of strange things to them, and they have to try to escape, and it's pretty gory, and so that one's pretty good, and that is also a Netflix movie. Now, here we go, a classic horror story. All right, the first reason to watch this movie is Matilda Lutz. That's reason enough. But the movie is good. It's a very spooky movie. What else can I say? Yeah, they grab her, and she has to try to escape, and she's with a couple of friends, and they yeah, they have to try to fight their way out, and the ends like a kind of a twist, so that's pretty good. All right, let's move on to Hush. That was Netflix. That classic horror stories on Netflix, and this is Hush, also on Netflix. And this movie is a horror thriller. It's about a woman who is deaf that lives out in the middle of nowhere, and she is getting stalked by this guy in a spooky, weird mask who's just like peeking through the window and hiding in the bushes and all that stuff. And then he tries to get in the house to kill her, and she can't hear anything, so it makes it, crazy. So, yeah. She has to fight the guy, and she's deaf and all that. So, that one's good. Now we have Creep. This is the first one. There's two. And this one's about he hires a guy to film like his last days. He says he got cancer or something, and he wants to leave something for his kid to see. And but he's not doing that. It's just fake. He's tricking him. And and I don't want to give anything away, but great movie. And part two, same deal, but this time with a woman, and not as good as the first one, but still good. All right, move on. Here we go. Yeah, that last one was Netflix. Now we are on Shudder. The rest of these will be Shudder, and I'm gonna try to get through them because I can't be too long, or I can't download the video on YouTube because of the time. So Psycho Goreman. It's about a girl. She finds this little jewel thing that controls the beast. Psycho Goreman. And this is a comedy horror, and it is hilarious. Great. And she controls him, does whatever she says. And that's about it. And it's funny. And yeah, it's, there's some gore in it and killing and stuff. Pretty good. Well, more than pretty good. It was great. All right, now let's see. Here we go. We got porno, and it's not a porno, so don't even go there. It's about these three kids that work. No, is it three? I don't know. It might be more. But they work at a movie theater. And there's like a hidden room in the theater, like a hidden theater room that they find. And they end up doing like a seance thing, and they unleash a succubus who tries to get them and take over and all that. It's a good movie. Yes. Very good. Shudder. Revenge. Matilda Lutz. That's all that needs to be said. But I'll say more. Yeah, this is about, she goes with her boyfriend to way out in the middle of nowhere. They had to take a helicopter there. He's rich and he's married. So, she's seeing a married guy. So anyways, they're there, they're having their fun, and then his buddies show up, like his hunting buddies. And, so they come in, they're watching TV, yada, yada. And her boyfriend had to leave for a while to do something. And then the other guy, one of the other guys, assaulted her, we'll say. Because this is YouTube, can't really say much more than that. But, so that happens. And she tells her boyfriend. And then he's like, oh, I'll give you money, just don't call the cops. And she freaks out. She's like, what? What he did to me? And so he ends up deciding to kill her instead. So they try to kill her. Doesn't, they think she's dead. They push her off a cliff. She falls on a tree, goes through her, like her side, and then she gets off, and they see her fall. They think she's dead. So then they they're like, all right, we'll just come in the morning, we'll get her body and get rid of it. But while they're gone, she gets up, wakes up, gets out of there, and crawls into a cave. And then she takes this, like, I think it's peyote or whatever it's called, and she like takes a knife and puts it in the fire and closes her wound, and she's all high on that drug, and she's nuts. So she goes and gonna get revenge on them, and so she starts going after them. So yes, very good movie, and Matilda Lutz is great in this movie. All right, here we go. Haunt. This is another one, almost like Hellfest, but this they go to a extreme haunted house, and you get, like, when you get there, you got to give up your cell phones to get in, and it's like a secret code to get there and all that good stuff. So they get there and they go through, and and then all the guys that work there are dressed like really spooky, really, really spooky, crazy, and they start killing them, and then that's what happens, and they try to get out. So don't want to give the end away, but it's very good. And these are Shudder, don't forget these last ones. This is The Cleansing Hour, and yep, it's a YouTube channel that pretends people are possessed, and then the guy that he pretends he's a priest, and he does an exorcism and all that, and then but this one, she actually gets possessed, and they don't know what to do, and it's crazy, but it's very good, and that's on Shudder. All right, VFW, a bunch of old people, because it's veterans of foreign war. They're just sitting there drinking beer. Girl comes in, getting chased by like a gang of freaks, and the old men have to, step up and fight them, and that's that. All right, moving on. Just trying to get through this so it can be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Superhost. All right, this is another one. A couple of YouTubers. They go to like bed and breakfasts and do reviews, and then they end up going to this one, and it's kind of weird, and then the girl that owns it is weird and like almost like stalky kind of, and and she's freaky, and then anyway she ends up turns on them and tries to kill them, and pretty good. And here we go, The Ranger. This one's a bunch of like punk rock kids and druggies, and they I think they kill somebody, and then they have to take off, and they go deep in the woods where one of the girls used to live there. They run into this crazy ass ranger who's a ranger but not a ranger, and tries killing them because he wants to protect the land. So that one's good. Here we go. Saint Panic. All right, this one's got all kinds of stars in it. It's got Rebecca Romaine in it. It's got Jerry O'Connell, and bunch more. But anyways, it's about a girl. She's first, she just got a job delivering pizza, so she goes to this very high class, rich neighborhood and delivers the pizza, but doesn't get a tip. So she gets mad, knocks on the door, bangs on the door, nobody answers. So she goes in, ends up seeing all kinds of satanic cult stuff, and so they kidnap her, and they're gonna kill her and sacrifice her and all that. And she meets another girl they're gonna be sacrificed, so they have to fight against them, and it's a very good movie. So all right, that's it. That was also Shudder, and all right, I would be nice if you guys would subscribe and like my video, and and I would like to do some more recommendations, and also like to do some live streams and chat about horror movies with you. So all right, that's it. All right, I'll see you in the next one.